Hey guys, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I'm actually doing a little study, by saying I started off saying Happy Monday to somebody this week, and then I've been saying Happy Tuesday, and so today it'll be Happy Wednesday because I'm gonna see what the response is. It's kind of funny, but kind of cool. So anyway, I was thinking today about something that one of the gurus, he's no longer with us, but he's helped a lot of people. A lot of people healed around him. He healed a lot of his own conditions, and and he has a really simple technique that I use every day. Every day, learn it from many different people. But he's one that I go to over and over again because he's got a lot of the nuances of it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. But he said something in one of his writings that said, this technique can work on so many things and heal so many conditions. It's one of the big things I use to crush imposter syndrome and anxiety and fear for the entrepreneurs. And it's amazing when I do it with somebody because I've had success stories. You can look for some of them. I'll post some of them below, but headaches, chronic headaches go away, and knee pain that's 70% better after an hour of doing a certain technique, a certain thing. And then other stuff changes in the physical world for the entrepreneurs, getting over money blocks and stuff. And we have success stories on that. But there's a thing that this guru said that kind of made me think about a pattern that I've seen. And I want to let you know about it because it can be a key to healing stuff. And what he said was, in the rare event that this technique doesn't result in a healing, somebody doesn't get healed from this technique. And he was talking physical conditions at that time, chronic conditions, health conditions. In the rare event that it doesn't get healed, it's a karmic thing. It might be a comic thing, a karmic thing, like just something from generations ago, some spiritual thing before you were born, something that you can't control. And that just kind of made me go, no, man, you just missed it. You just missed it. In that one case, you missed the thing, and I'll tell you why I think that. And because it's kind of like the old thing when you go into the doctor and they couldn't find anything wrong with you, but you had a condition and they say, well, it's just stress. It's like, dude, what a cop out. What a cop out. If you don't know, just say, I don't know. But what I've noticed is just was a missing thing. Something was missing. And years ago in 2011, I started getting severe, on my birthday, I was in the middle of a 25-mile run, actually at the end of it, and I had some severe pain. And I was training for a 30-mile run. And we were close, Jen was pregnant with Ben, and we were out at Rancho Santa Fe. I was running in a beautiful place in San Diego, all on dirt, really soft surfaces. And that was one of the last times I ever ran for 2 years, because I started down this road of severe bone pain and then depression and then kidney problems and gastrointestinal problems. And just like, I was in a dark place for 2 years. And I was doing all sorts of mind, body, medicine techniques, energetic things. I was doing all of my Qigong. I was doing all of my matrix energetics. I hired the leaders in matrix energetics and other disciplines, and everybody was working on me and nobody could figure it out. And everybody was saying, you better go make sure you don't have cancer. And I'd go to a doctor and they said, no, you don't have cancer, but we don't know what you have. And all this stuff was going on. And then something struck me. I was like, I remember there were some people I was working on around the end of 2010 and 2011. And one of the things they wanted was to make sure San Diego did not put fluoride in the water. And so we were working energetically to shift things, and then they didn't put fluoride in the water, and then they did it, and they did it illegally. It's in a movie called The Great Culling, Culling. The Great Culling. It's free on YouTube to watch what happened in San Diego and talking to the scientists about fluoride. But I was like, oh, wow, yeah, they put fluoride in the water. So I researched it, and I was like, oh my God. Severe bone pain, kidney problems, GI problems, depression, all these things are caused by fluoride, a toxin. And now we're in a lawsuit. The U.S. is against our own EPA because our own EPA is fighting hard with the Department of Justice to keep fluoride in the water, but they're going to lose because the research is super clear that fluoride lowers IQ in children on par with lead. And so it's about to come out of all the water in the US. But at the time, I was like, wow, that's what happened. So we got fluoride filters for the house. The whole house got fluoride filters. Spent a couple $1,000 to make sure any water coming into the house didn't have fluoride in it. And funny thing, the filters are made out of burnt, pulverized cow bones. And it goes through 4 stages of filters. And the reason is the fluoride gets attracted to the bones in the filters, and then the water comes out without fluoride. Well, when you drink water with fluoride, it gets attracted to your bones and also your pineal gland. So it affects your ability to access higher consciousness states and truth and know what's true for you. Hitler used it in the concentration camps. Stalin used it to control the people. So it's a really awful thing. And Christopher Dyson, I think is his name, the British journalist, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, has a very short, like 28-minute documentary called Fluoride Deception that you can get on YouTube. And it goes through the science and what happened. And so I got this information. I'm like, oh my God. And so then I wasn't dying. I was like, I wasn't depressed. I was feeling good, but I still had severe bone pain. So then luckily my friend, who's a running coach, form coach, and really good friend of mine from a long time, he and practitioner of all sorts of things, healing, he found an old study from Australia and said, hey, you might want to look at this. And it was an old osteopath that said, hey, here's the remedy to detox from fluoride. Because I was going through all these forums online about it, and everybody was like, you're screwed, man, you're screwed. It's like, this is what it does to the bones. You're like, you're never going to run again. And so I got this remedy. It's simple, it's super cheap. And if you want it, let me know, message me and I'll send it to you. But it's a little protocol, and I took it, and 3 days later, no more pain, and I was back to running after 2 years. And I had been trying to do mind things and change my mindset about it and let go of stuff and do Qigong and energetic stuff and all this stuff. And people were telling me, you know, it was like just the way it is, and, you know, who knows what it is, but it's like, you know, if I would have been listening to this one guru that I was talking about earlier just now, maybe it's karmic. If my stuff doesn't work, then you're just, it's just screwed spiritually, man. You've had this since before you were born. This is just what you're going to do. It's like, F that, right? So let's just go find the answer. So the problem with gurus that I found is they've found something really, really good, the good ones. They found something really good, but they stay with that because they've got to see where it goes, and they got to be using that and show people their thing. And when other people have other things, they don't tend to hook up with the other gurus and then blend them and use them and do everything together. Like the Matrix Energetics people don't do stuff with the peace process people and don't do stuff with the integrated manual therapy people. They never hooked up, even though they know each other's work. And so it's cool. We don't have to just be a guru confined to one thing. You know, like if all you got is a hammer and it's a great hammer, everything looks like a nail, you know? So my life's work has been about helping people heal and letting go of any kind of belief that says this is the only way. And one of the things I use for the entrepreneurs is to clear a very deep thing that clears just about everything. But when it doesn't, there's other stuff to do. Or when it does it, but not fully, there's other stuff to do. So even though I've used it and I've seen chronic headaches go away and chronic knee pain go away and all sorts of conditions healed and all sorts of things shifted and money blocks changed, many, many times there's other stuff that would be useful, you know? And so that's what I have for you, like to use what your inner knowing finds as true for you. Stick with the stuff that works, but then branch out. And if something isn't completely healed or isn't going the way you want it, there's something you're probably missing. And there's a way to find it. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and to find this one thing that I use a lot, I use it every day. you can go to ralphhavens.com/crush imposter syndrome. Crush imposter syndrome. So ralphhavens.com/crush imposter syndrome. I've got the #1 way to do it, to get this kind of healing. And every week I'm doing it in our Coach's Secret group, Akbar's group. I love that group. Love them. I love all those people. And we're doing some big stuff for the entrepreneurs. So let's get out there. Let's heal yourself and let's heal the world. All right, you guys.